guys? Fuse here, back from the dead, back among the living, and back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And I'm super glad to be back because I have been itching to do a guide on this dwarf. I got her during the Iron Brago event. I got most of the new epics, to be honest, between my accounts, and there are plenty to be excited about. They're all super good. Before I get to the dwarf, we're going to talk about, I got some of the new ones. I know I'm dying to go over Ursula the Mourner. I mean, she's got a move that revives all dead allies with almost full health, turn meters at 50%, but also, even when no one's dead, can put increased defense and strengthen up. Come on, that is sick. But she was not the first I went for. And like I tell everybody else, focus one at a time, right? So the first one I went for was, there she is, Melga Steelgirdle. I love the look. She looks solid, amazing. They did a great job as always. The big red frill on her helmet, those maces. I love the name, Melga Steelgirdle. Super cool. But I went for her. I read her kit. I knew she was going to be special. I knew she was going to be special during my fragment. I did a little fragment event video and went over all the new heroes and knew right away she'd be special. But I didn't know she was going to be a carry. She is amazing. So the reason I went for her first is she's a dwarf. And the dwarf faction needs if you're going to, you guys, you want Lydia. You want to get Lydia. She's your prize for beating faction wars. And the dwarves are so difficult. Well, I found one of the answers right here. What am I doing? Let's get back in there. Steelgirdle, where are you? Come back. All right. So what makes her so amazing? Let's just get right into her kit. It is her A1 is solid. This is not, her bread and butter, but it's definitely good. Attacks one enemy. Just go ahead and get it out of your head, guys. She's never going to be your damage dealer. That is her only attack on a single target. She does okay for a HP champion with a single, but that's not what you're going to build her for. But it does have a 75% chance when booked chance to remove one debuff from a random ally. Doesn't sound like much, but on an A1, being able to randomly cleanse something off of one of your allies is super good. Good in arena defense, good for, almost everywhere. Clan boss, up against the dragon, up against Ice Golem. Things really get interesting when you get to her A2. This is where it gets juicy. She places a shield buff on all allies equal to 20% of her max HP. And her max HP is high. She also places a continuous heal on everybody for 2 turns. These two things on one move, when you see how much HP you can stack on her, already had me wanting to put her up against Miscreated Monster. I wanted to do a little bit of a comparison, and we'll go over that here shortly, but she also has an A3. Revives 2 random allies with 20% health, 20% turn meter, and also puts a shield for 30% of their HP on them. So she's not just doing a revive. She's reviving 2 people and giving them a serious chance at making it another round to where she can come back with sheer grit and build up their HP, build up their shield, start healing them. I mean, it's literally a second chance for your entire team. Books, let's just real quick talk about it. You want to book this down. 5 turns instead of 7. Super solid. You definitely want that. This, you absolutely want to book down. A 3-turn cooldown with 20% extra shield on a giant shield. This is going to be over 18,000 shield if you build it right. Plus a continuous heal. You want this every 3 turns. We'll get into the Masteries in just a second. This can almost be up 100% of the time if you do it all right. Now, her A1, it really is a solid ability. The chance to cleanse just every time she takes a swing. I would say if you're trying to save books, don't pass up 2 and 3. If you want to, you could skip out on the A1. Increasing this to a 75% chance is a luxury that if you can't afford, you can't afford. The extra damage is not going to make or break your team. But the way it's happening for me, by the time I get these booked out, I'll be almost done. I'm going to book her out. She's worth it. She's worth the effort. So if that's the question, yes, she's worth booking out. If you're trying to book her out, but don't really want to spend all the books that, only what's necessary. A2 and A3, 100% go for. A1, you can skip. I'm using her right now unbooked all the way. She's only got 4 or 5 books on her, and she's amazing. So let's get into Masteries. How do we complement her skill set? Because I did find, always do your own thinking, but this Mastery setup really complements everything she does. For starters, she does not need accuracy. That helps. She can fit into Clan Boss, but it's not ideal. We'll go over that later. But because I'm not going to be using her in Clan Boss, I don't need this tree. I gave her more HP. More HP equals a bigger shield. I gave her more shield. That equals a bigger shield. I gave her a bigger shield if anybody has less than 40% health. Plus, it increases her continued heal. No brainer. I went for rapid response because it gives me extra turn meter anytime that one of her buffs expires or is removed. And this dwarf is putting up all kinds of buffs constantly. The entire team, 2 buffs just on one A2. So this is going to definitely get you a lot of turn meter and speed her up. Cycle of Magic just has a chance to completely reset the cooldown by 1 turn on one of her skills. If she has not used her revive, then the only skill that will get this cooldown will be her shield ability, Sheer Grit. So this is going to help anytime it procs, get Sheer Grit right back onto the field where you're putting up the shield. Now, if you have used your revive, then there's a chance you cool that down by 1 as well. So there's no way to lose out on that. Lore of Steel, it's just a solid go-to anytime you go down this tree. Lasting Gifts, absolutely amazing on this dwarf. Steelgirdle this gives her a chance to extend the duration of all those buffs. Her continued heal, she puts up the shield, she puts the shield on when she revives people. All these things can happen for 3 turns instead of 2 just by taking Lasting Gifts. She is absolutely gets good use out of that. And then my emergency buttons, I took Spirit Haste. This increases my speed for each dead ally up to 24. The idea here is if somebody's dead, I want her all of a sudden going fast, getting back to her revive, bringing them back into the fight. Kind of the same with this Timely Intervention. Anytime anybody drops below 25%, she's going to get 20%, a big chunk. 1/5 of her turn meter is going to be boosted. This means that when people start getting close to death, she's going to come back and get that shield on them, save their butt. If they happen to die, she'll be there to revive them. She's so good at this, guys. I can't wait to show her off. Then I went down basic defense. She needs to be the last man standing. I basically was trying to get down to here, which also gives me extra turn meter boost anytime one of my members takes a critical hit. Same idea. When I start taking big damage, I want her to come in, save the day, reset the board. These are her masteries for me. If you were going to use her on Clan Boss, and there is a use for her, we'll go down. You obviously would just go down for War Master, and I would still stick with the support tree. All that extra shielding is going to be key to making the most out of her. So let's look at how I built her. First, let's worry about what you're looking for, guys. This is so easy. Okay, you can't. This is just too easy to build her. You want HP, and then you want some more HP, and you're probably going to roll that up in a more HP, and then you want to sprinkle that on top of some HP, and then throw that all in a pot full of HP. That's it. HP rolls on everything and basically speed boots. The more health power, the merrier. That's all you need on her. That's it. You want her to be amazing? Give her HP. What do we got her at? Total stats. Don't worry about her crit. That just happened to fall in my gear. There's nothing wrong with landing a couple defense rolls, but in the end, her survivability, her usefulness is coming from health power. None of this other stuff matters. Quick note on speed. I like to have her to be one of my slowest members because I want you go into a fight, you almost always go first. And then their wave attacks you. Well, if she's one of the last to go, everybody gets their attacks out. She puts up the shield buff. She puts up her continuous heal. You're ready for the next round, and nobody takes a turn wasting 1 turn of that shield, that heal. So I like her to be on the slower end on purpose. Afterwards, everything I have her masteries built out for are going to help her speed up from that point on. But that makes sure you're not wasting your first few rounds of healing and setting up your shields. So HP all the way. That's how easy can you get. We're done. Speed boots, HP everywhere. But as far as sets go, if you can get that HP on a shield set because of her 80,000, almost 80,000 HP, a shield set gives you 30% of that 80,000. Now, I mean, we're talking about around 25,000 shield just from this set. That's the way to go. That's a no-brainer. If you can get her in a shield set, she's going to protect your entire team for 3 turns at the beginning of each round. You can't beat that. And then her first move by the AI on auto is to put that shield on top of this shield. You're over half your health power bar is going to be covered up in shield before anything even happens to your team on each wave. So a shield set is huge on her. Other than shield set, Immortal is clearly something you might want to take if you don't have a shield set. 15% more HP, heals herself every turn, helps her be that last man standing, right? That's really all you need is a bunch of HP. Throw some speed boots on her. Don't neglect that. But she's ready to go. Let's take her. The first thing that crossed my mind when I read her kit, looked her over, was Ice Golem. Right now, I'm telling you, she does this on every single dungeon. I've tested them all. I like Ice Golem to show her off because if I can make things go south, what I will do is on auto, I'll click the boss when I get there. I'll let it run through a little faster than normal so you don't have to sit through the whole 4 or 5 minute fight. And I'm going to click the boss so that everybody focuses him, and hopefully I don't kill the ads in time for his big slam at 80% health, and at 60%, he every so many percentage, he takes that big slam, and if they're alive, he ignores defense. I'm doing this on purpose so that I will die. I hope that a lot of my team gets hit hard and dies. She will not die because defense is not really her forte. HP is. He's not going to be able to break that 80,000 HP, but he will break through the shields on my apothecary, on my biggin, So and also wave 2, if fate goes my way, biggin's going to kill himself. That would be great for this video. So let's get this started. Wave 1's not going to matter. We're going to go right through it. Just pay attention to the shield we start with from her set. It's almost half your bar. And then she goes, and we're over half of our, almost 2/3 of our bar is shield now. Before they even go, we're so protected. We already have heals on us in case they start slamming us. It's amazing. It really is. It's going to happen every round. So on wave 2, if they throw up reflect here, we're going to have a lot of shield to soak that up. If we burn through our shield before reflect is up and we kill ourselves, she's really going to show off. Because that's what Steelgirdle is. She's a show off. And I hope she gets to show off. Like Bellower, she just saved his butt. Bellower was almost dead. Come on, Biggin. He's got too much shield. He kills himself if he does that move. But it looks like he almost killed himself. So she's going to have to show off with her shields right now. I'm going to speed this up when we hit the boss. I'm going to click on the boss at least until I take a huge slam. And then I'll click off of him. And hopefully you will get to see her really show out. I'm trying to not slam through the ads so that I take at least one big hit. And then we'll let this play through. I may come back from speeding it up just to show you. But if you can see what's happening, we'll just let this play through quickly. Perfect. We're destroyed, right? Everybody's looking pathetic. She just boosted up our stuff. She's going to revive. Right back up. way, I clicked on the boss. I left the ads alone, other than a little bit of accidental AoE damage. We took that huge slam. It only laid down one. It almost killed 2/3 of the team. I've had it go a little worse, and it's even more impressive what she does. But quickly, she put a shield on everybody, and then she came back, revived, I believe it was Bellower, and then, I mean, before you know it, everybody's healed up, shielded up. It wouldn't have mattered if he'd have killed 3 or 4 people. She would have brought 2 at a time back, protected them, and that was me doing it all wrong. Me attacking the boss and not worrying about the ads at all. She's a carry. She is a carry. She'll do this in any dungeon you want. She'll protect you in any dungeon that you want. When I compared her in these dungeons to Miscreated Monster, she just outperforms on shielding. He brings a stun. That's great. I got Bellower in a stun set. You can put any AoE in a stun set. I love Miscreated Monster. He's one of my favorites. I mean, for sure, in the entire game. But now Melga Steelgirdle is one of my favorites. She can just out-protect your team every time. Now, Miscreated is very special on spiders, but if you don't have him, she'll do the job. She'll come save your tank, whoever your tank is. That spiders are going to pick on somebody, and she's going to keep them going. And if they even finally die, not to mention she has a cleanse on her A1 to help take those poisons off. But if they die, she's just going to bring them right back. She'll bring 2 of them back. And then she'll throw shields on them all again. She's amazing, guys. I've done all the dungeons. It doesn't matter. She doesn't care about affinity. All she's doing is healing, reviving, cleansing. She's continuously healing. I mean, everything she does, shielding. She doesn't care what affinity she's up against. And if she's the tank, she doesn't care either. She's got 80,000 HP in her pocket. All you got to do is put HP percentage. If you just look at what I did, it doesn't matter what set you use, though I do prefer the shield set. If you put a 5-star HP, I didn't even use 6-star, 5-star HP percentage and HP everywhere, you're going to be able to get easily 80,000 roughly health power. And she can, let's go to the arena. I had some of the most perfect fights. This was the perfect fight to show her off. What does she do in the arena? She's not going to be a part of a nuke team, but you bring her in if you don't know that you're going to be first, or a very defensive team that you can't wreck through the first wave. She will be setting you up to not care what happens and get you to that second round, and then you can reset and still win the fight. So we need somebody. Alright, they've got an Arbiter, they've got a Duchess, 2 Revivers, lots of defense. This might be even better. We basically want to outmatch ourselves here to show off what she can do. Because if we win the fight in the first round, there's no point in bringing her. So I'm trying to... Burgess is amazing, by the way. I've got to do a guide on this guy. Him, Arbiter, man. This is the one. If we'll just have to see how this goes. We may win the speed fight. I made my Arbiter pretty fast. Let's see. Okay, we won the speed fight, but we've got a lot to deal with here. If Burgess starts going, plus look, they have a shield set on. We're not going to slam right through these guys. This is perfect. So the idea in bringing Steelgirdle is for that defensive edge when you go into the second round. We killed Burgess so fast. I didn't think that would happen. But now we're going into the second round with a ton of shield. We've already got a continuous heal on us. No matter how nasty that got, it was going to go our way. We'll try a couple. Who do we got here? That could be a nasty team. I don't know how this is going to go. I've had a couple fights that were just ideal. I wish I could have recorded them. So we're going to go in and slam pretty hard right here. Okay, Fushan made it through there. He's trying to bring our defense down, but we also have our shield up. We're already healing. If this drug out any longer, you would know exactly why we brought Steelgirdle. So here's the deal with Steelgirdle. She is great for arena defense. Great for it. Offense, you're going to probably want a faster team. But if you're not winning consistently, bringing her can make sure that when you get to that second round, because you can't win in that first round, that you can, even on offense, use her to win. I don't see anybody that's going to be a real matchup. So, that's the best I can show you. But she's a great arena defense character. Faction Wars, we don't even have to talk about how amazing she's going to be for Dwarves, right? She's a reviver in the Dwarves with a shield that goes and never stops. So she's amazing there. So real quick, we'll go over her masteries. I'll let you kind of take a look at how I had her built. Always do your own thinking. But we'll kind of leave it on the screen for a minute. And so the 2X Sacred Shard event's going on, guys. What did you pull? Leave me some comments down below. I want to know what you guys are. Don't be shy. What did you pull? Did you get a good epic? Did you get Melga? Because I'm telling you right now, you don't want to sleep on this one. You want to build. You're going to regret it if 6 months later you build her out and you're almost done progressing through this game. She is amazing. She'll carry you on her back. I mean, and smile the whole way. She's great. But what did you get? Any legendaries out there? My story is pretty short and sweet. I had 2 shards on all my accounts. They were both on FuseBox. And I pulled Spider and Fang Cleric. And it turns out I never realized they were just a reskin of each other. I thought I had 2 Fang Clerics in a row. I was like, that is the worst pull ever. But it turns out that's okay with me. I already have Spider at level 60. So I'm just going to use him as my last book. And then Spider is great, by the way. Especially on spiders. Can you imagine that? But he's really good all around. So I'm probably doing a guide on him at some point. And Fang Cleric I'm interested in because no one talks about him, but he's got a revive, he's got a heal. He could be a useful character. I have not dug into his numbers yet. But enough about what I pulled. What did you get? Don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, comment below, hit the notification bell. Let's do all the things can't grow this channel if we don't get active, so don't be shy. Tell me what's going on, what heroes you're interested in. Melga Steelgirdle, though. This hero, do not waste any more time. If you're looking for somebody to carry you past the point you're at, she can do it. So easy to build. HP, that's all you need. HP. I mean, give her some speed boots and try to get around 160, 170 speed. Let her be slower than the rest of your team, but not slow. But so easy to build. Just HP everywhere. And that's it. I'm glad I'm not sick anymore. I really do apologize. I was gone for. It was rough. It was a rough couple days, but I'm back among the living, and that's really it, guys. I've been waiting to show off Melga, the Steelgirdle. She is solid, like better than solid, impressively good. So if you've got her, congrats. And again, let me know who you did get. I'm interested. I'm not just lip service here. I'm really excited for you guys and interested in what you got. Let me know. Until next time, guys, I'm about to start diving into Faction Wars. We've got to talk about Faction Wars and all the things they can get you and bring you. But other than that, guys, just go out, enjoy the grind.